MYRA Hindley has been told by the Home Office she's to spend the rest of her life in prison. Hindley, who was jailed in 1966, is said to be deeply shocked because she thought she had atoned for her crimes. But the mother of one of the victims said she was overjoyed.
MYRA Hindley was called to the Governor's office at Cookham Wood and given a letter from the prison service. After a House of Lords ruling last year, she and all other life prisoners have to be told the minimum period they must serve before being considered for parole. Hindley, who's 52 and who's been in jail since 1966, now knows that for her, a life sentence will mean exactly that.
News like that, when broken to anyone, such devastating news that you must never hope for your freedom, takes a long time to sink in. And indeed, when I saw her this morning, you know, I was struck how I think bewildered she was, and slowly coming to terms with that news.
Few crimes have caused the outrage and revulsion of the Moors murders, and the tabloid newspapers have ensured that the images of the 60s hadn't been allowed to fade away. Hindley, who lured children to their deaths at the hands of her lover, Ian Brady. A tape recording of one of their victims, Leslie Ann Downey, was played at the trial, another feature which marked the case as unlike any other. 20 years into her sentence, MYRA Hindley was taken back to Saddleworth Moor, near Manchester, to help the police find the bodies of 2 more of the victims. But if that was an attempt on her part to win early release, it failed. In 1990, the then Home Secretary, David Waddington, decided she must stay in prison for the whole of her life, and it seems unlikely any future Home Secretary will take a different view. For Leslie Ann Downey's mother and the families of the other victims, today's confirmation of the Home Office position was welcome news.
I was overjoyed, I cried with joy. I hugged my husband, and I got hold of Lester's portrait and I said, I told you, darling, we'd never let her. I think she deserves all she gets, that monster. And more, and more.
MYRA Hindley can appeal to the Home Office, but now knows that this prison is where she may well end her days. Neil Bennett, BBC News.